Hello, peace everyone. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Karma, and today I'll be guiding you through a 45-minute yoga practice focusing on building our mental and physical strength. As always, please listen to your body, take breaks as needed, and if a pose doesn't feel quite right, if you feel pain or discomfort, you are more than welcome to relieve yourself from that specific stretch. So whenever you're ready, you can meet me in the middle of your mat in an easy seat, and we'll get started with our practice. Beginning in an easy seat, taking all the time you need to find the most comfortable seated position for you today. We're beginning with a couple head rolls to the right. So incorporating your breath with this, maybe inhale as your right ear meets your shoulder, and exhale as your left ear meets your shoulder. And you are more than welcome to close your eyes here to connect deeper. And whenever you're ready, switching to roll to the left. So inhaling as that left ear meets your shoulder, and exhaling as your right ear meets your shoulder. And when you're ready, meeting me back to a neutral seat, we're going to create eagle arms. So crossing that left arm under your right arm and binding your hands until your palms are kissing together in front of your third eye chakra. Pushing our elbows up and away from our body here. Feeling it in between your shoulder blades. Taking an inhale and exhale as you release the bind of your arms and reversing to the other side. So crossing that right arm underneath your left, twisting your arms until they come into a bind right in front of your face. Inhale and exhale, releasing the bind and meeting me in a tabletop position, taking all the time you need to get here, and once you do, seamlessly moving into a couple cat-cows on your own time. So inhaling as you drop your belly into the earth beneath you, and exhale, rounding out your back into a C shape into cat. Taking these as slow or as fast as your body is asking of you today. And you are always more than welcome to close your eyes. Taking one more round. And meeting me back in a neutral tabletop when you're finished. Good. Continuing to press our hands into the earth beneath us. We're going to tuck our toes underneath and lift our knees up about 2 inches off of the mat. Taking an inhale here. And exhale, release your knees back down onto the earth. Good. You can sit back onto your ankles here and maybe shaking out your wrists. Getting a couple stretches in your wrists. Listening to what your body needs right now. And whenever you're ready, meeting me back in a tabletop position. Tucking our toes underneath us and lifting our knees 2 inches off of the mat once again. Taking 2 breaths here. And exhale as you release your knees back down onto the mat. You can sit back on your ankles once again and shaking out your wrists. Meeting me back in a neutral tabletop whenever you're ready. And we're going to lengthen that right leg back behind us, continuing to tuck our toes underneath and lifting that left arm up off of the mat, creating opposing forces. Bringing attention to the core of your body, creating fire in your core here. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, meeting me back in a neutral tabletop. Good, lengthening that left leg back behind us now, continuing to tuck those toes underneath and lifting that right arm up and in front of our face. Bringing attention to the middle of our bodies once again. Affirming that our power comes from deep within our core, and we always have access to it. Taking a deep inhale and exhale, meeting me back in a neutral tabletop. Good, you can kiss your big toes back behind you and extending your knees out to the sides of the mat and shifting your hips back into a child's pose. Taking about 3 breaths here in child's pose. Sinking your body into the earth beneath you. Grounding yourself into the space around you. And feeling connected with your environment. And after your exhale, meeting me back in a neutral tabletop position. Once we get here, continuing to press our arms into the earth, and we're going to walk our feet back, extended behind us in a plank. Taking one more breath here, inhale. And exhale, releasing back into a tabletop. Good. If you need to shake out your wrists, do it now. And as we return back to a neutral tabletop, once again, bring your attention to the core of your body. Maybe imagining the passion of the sun firing from the middle of your core as we step our feet back into plank. Taking one more deep breath here, inhale and exhale, releasing back down into a tabletop position and shaking your wrists out for the very last time. And whenever you're ready, placing your hands back down onto the mat, tucking your toes underneath you and shifting your hips up into our downward facing dog. Rooting your heels into the earth here and maybe walking out your feet once you get here. Stretching out your calves. Rooting each heel mindfully into the earth beneath you. And rooting both heels into the earth once again, we're going to inhale as that right leg comes up back behind us into three-legged dog. And exhale, bringing our right knee to our right elbow into a high plank. Inhale up to three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, high plank. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, shifting back into downward dog. Good, reversing to the other side. So inhale, that left leg comes up into three-legged dog. And exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Taking a moment once again to walk out your feet. Grounding yourself in your surroundings. Planting both your hands and your feet into the earth. Rooting them like trees. Good. Walking ourselves up to meet our hands into a forward fold. And once we get here, bending your knees generously, reaching up into the heavens, inhale. Exhale, straightening our legs, Samastitihi, coming into mountain pose. Good, keeping our hands in a prayer position right in front of our heart center. We're going to inhale as our arms reach up and overhead into the heavens. Exhale, folding forward, swan dive into forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift, heart is shining towards the top of the mat. And exhale, folding back forward. Planting our hands and stepping back into a high plank. Exhale as we lower down into chaturanga. Inhale as we upward dog. And exhale into downward dog. Once we get here, taking 5 breaths. And walking our feet up to meet our hands in forward fold. Taking an inhale, halfway lift into a flat back. Exhale, folding back forward. Bending our legs generously, reaching up into the heavens. Inhale. Exhale, Samastitihi, mountain pose. Good. Inhale, reaching up to the heavens once again. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back forward. Stepping or hopping back into our chaturanga, moving through your flow and meeting me in downward facing dog. Once we get here, taking 5 breaths. Always remembering that you are more than welcome to take it slow during your vinyasa, or to completely omit this from your practice as well. It is okay. Always modifying your practice to fit your own body. This is no race. This is no competition. This is pure self-love and self-healing. Feeling strong as you root your heels into the earth. Taking one more breath, inhale and exhale. Walking your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Bending your legs generously, reaching up into the heavens. Inhale. And exhale, straightening your legs, Samasthitihi, mountain pose. Beautiful. Placing our hands onto our hips now. We're going to walk one leg back, coming into a wide-legged stance. Removing our arms from our hips, we're going to reach out to the sides of us and pointing our feet to the outer parts of our mat, coming into star pose. Once we're here, bending our legs very generously, coming into goddess pose. Bending our arms into cactus as well. Opening up into this very vulnerable pose. Building fire, building strength into our legs. And once again, focusing our attention into our core. Maybe imagining that sun as it shines. Inhale. And exhale, folding over into a wide-legged forward fold, turning your feet forward. You can plant your hands onto the ground beneath you. And planting our hands onto our hips here, bending our legs slightly and rolling up our spine one vertebrae at a time, coming back into a neutral wide-legged stance. Good. Shining your arms and your feet out towards the outer parts of your mat, coming into star pose. Inhale here. And exhale as you lower down your body, coming into goddess pose. Taking 3 deep breaths here. Reaffirming to yourself that you are strong enough to accomplish this pose. And knowing that this pose looks absolutely different on every single body. Taking 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale, folding forward over those legs. Good. Planting your hands once we get here, we're going to bend our right knee all the way down into a seat while that left leg is facing upwards towards the heavens. If you're comfortable here, you can bring the palms of your hands right in front of your heart center, sinking your hips down into the earth beneath you. But you are also more than welcome to keep your hands planted onto the ground as extra support. Taking 1 deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Good. Using your hands planted onto the earth, walking yourself up towards the top of your mat, coming into a high lunge. Once we're here, we're going to plant that left arm onto the earth and lifting that right arm up into the heavens, gazing past those right fingertips. Coming into easy twist. Lowering that right hand back down into a high lunge and shifting your body facing forward once again. And we're going to shift ourselves into Garland Pose. Using your hands planted onto the earth to walk yourselves into the middle of your mat. Bringing the palms of your hands together in front of your heart center if your body allows for it today. If not, keep them planted on the earth beneath you. Taking 3 breaths here. Creating a strong and stable foundation for yourselves. Good. From here, we're going to walk ourselves to the left side of our mat now. Keeping that left leg bent in, we're going to extend the right leg to the side of us, reversing the stretch on the left side, making sure those right toes and that right knee is facing up towards the heavens. And once again, you can bring your hands into prayer. Planting your hands into the earth and using it to walk yourself up into a high lunge on the left side. Rooting that right hand into the earth and lifting that left arm up into the heavens, gazing past your left fingertips. Creating a straight line from your right hand to your left fingertips as it shoots out into the heavens. Lowering your left hand back down onto the earth and shifting yourself back to face forward, coming into Garland Pose once again. Attempting to create a straight line starting from your pelvic floor all the way to the crown of your head. Even closing your eyes if you feel comfortable and safe enough to do so here. And straightening your legs, coming into a forward fold, turning your feet forward. And we're going to step ourselves up to the top of our mat, coming into a forward fold. Bending our legs generously, reaching up into the heavens. Inhale. Exhale, straightening our legs. Namaste. Good. We're going to shift ourselves into Utkatasana chair pose. So sitting back, as if there's a chair underneath you, and shifting our weight back into our heels, looking up towards the heavens, building fire once again up through our legs. Inhale and exhale, folding forward over your legs, straightening those legs. Inhale, halfway lift, heart is shining. Exhale, folding back forward. Good. Planting your hands, stepping or hopping back and moving through your flow. Exhale as you chaturanga. Inhale as you upward dog. And exhale as you downward dog, meeting me here. And when you're ready, stepping that right leg through in between your hands and meeting me in a warrior one. Lifting those arms up into the heavens. And shifting your hands back down onto the earth, stepping back into a high plank, lowering down as you exhale chaturanga, and inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog, meeting me here. We're going to step that left foot in between our hands now, shifting into warrior one, making sure that right heel is shifted down into the earth. Planting your hands onto the earth once again, shifting yourself into high plank, and exhale as you chaturanga. Inhale as you upward dog, and exhale as you downward dog, meeting me here. Walking your feet up to meet your hands. Bending your legs generously. Inhale. Exhale, samasitihi, straightening your legs. Good. Utkatasana chair pose once again. Shifting your weight back onto your heels, even lifting your toes up if your body allows for it. We're going to lower down even more, bending your legs. Inhale and exhale, folding forward, straightening your legs. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back forward. Planting your hands onto the earth, stepping or hopping back into your plank, and lowering down as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, meeting me here. Once we're here, stepping that right foot in between your hands, shifting your left heel onto the earth beneath you, raising your arms into warrior one. Seamlessly shifting your body into warrior two, bringing your arms out to a T as your upper body faces the left side of your mat, looking past your right fingertips in front of you. And shifting your upper body and hips back forward, planting your hands back down onto the earth, shifting into a high plank, lower down into your chaturanga, and move through your flow till you meet me in a downward facing dog. Once we're here, stepping that left foot in between your hands, shifting your right heel down, and meeting me in a warrior one. Transitioning into warrior two, looking past those left fingertips. And finding the floor with your hands once again, stepping back into high plank, lower down as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale as you upward dog. And exhale, tucking your toes underneath, downward dog, meeting me here. Taking 3 deep breaths. Walking up to meet your hands in a forward fold. Inhale as we halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Bending our legs, reaching up into the heavens. Inhale. Exhale, straightening our legs, Samasthitihi, mountain pose. One last time, coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. Reaffirming to yourself that you are strong and that your power is infinite, and that you always have the pull of the sun rays to reach into you, into the deepest being of your core. Reach into that power of the sun now, utilizing it for your greatest advantage. Taking a deep inhale, shifting your body even lower as we exhale. One last time, inhale. And exhale, folding back forward. Good job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward over your legs. Planting your hands, stepping or hopping back into your chaturanga. And meeting me in your downward facing dog. Once we get here, stepping that right foot in between your hands for the very last time, shifting your left heel onto the earth, lifting your body up into warrior one. Taking 2 breaths here. Seamlessly shifting into warrior two. Flipping that right palm up towards the heavens, reaching forward into the distance and arcing that right arm and your upper body over back to the back of your mat. Your left palm can come down onto your left leg, or it can reach back behind you. coming into reverse warrior. And windmilling your arms back down into high plank, shifting yourself into chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale as you upward dog, and exhale, tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Once we get here, walking that left foot in between our hands, shifting your right heel down onto the earth, lifting yourself up into warrior one, taking 2 breaths here. Seamlessly shifting into warrior 2, looking beyond those left fingertips. And flipping that left palm up towards the heavens, reaching further out in front of you, and arcing that left arm up and over, coming into reverse warrior on the other side. Staying strong as we root that left heel into the earth, finding the floor and moving through your flow and meeting me in a downward facing dog. Once we get here, taking 5 breaths. After that last exhale, we're going to walk ourselves up into a plank and lower down slowly to come onto our belly. Good. Once we're here, kissing our big toes together back behind us and coming into Sphinx pose. And once we get here in Sphinx, we're going to inhale and tucking our toes underneath us, and exhale, shifting up into a forearm plank. Taking a deep breath here, inhale, exhale, lower down onto our belly once again. Good. Meeting me back in Sphinx pose, rooting our forearms into the earth beneath us, pressing our shoulders away from our ears. Inhale, tucking our toes underneath us. Exhale, shifting our body up into a forearm plank. Once we get here, we're going to walk our toes up towards our body, coming into dolphin pose. Bending our legs here and hopping back into a forearm plank. Walking ourselves back up into dolphin pose, bending our legs generously and hopping back into plank, and walking your feet up into dolphin pose. Good. You can lower down your knees back down onto the mat and shifting into child's pose. Taking a couple moments here, allowing your breath to settle. And whenever you're ready, you can meet me on your back, taking your time to get here. And once we get here, rooting the palms of our hands and the soles of our feet into the earth beneath us, and we're going to shift our hips up into bridge pose. You have the choice to either stay here or testing your body and its limits by lifting one leg at a time. Either bent or straightened, it's all up to you. Wherever you are, rooting your heels into the earth one last time, taking an inhale. And exhale, lowering back down onto the earth. Taking one last bridge pose, utilizing your personal modifications or variations, pressing your hands and feet into the earth and lifting your hips up into the heavens. Wherever you are, we're taking 3 breaths. And exhale, lowering down. Bringing your knees into your chest here. We can rock right to left, massaging our spine. And leaving your right leg where it is, we're going to lengthen that left leg underneath us. Bringing that right knee even closer into our chest. And finding the outer part of your right knee with your left hand and twisting into a reclined twist. Looking beyond those right fingertips. Attempting to find the ground with your right shoulder blade and your right knee. As we approach the end of our practice, I encourage you to find your breath here. And if it helps you, lowering your eyes. Bringing that right knee back into your chest and switching it out for your left. Lengthening that right leg underneath you, bringing your left knee closer into your body, and finding your left knee with your right hand, and coming into reclined twist on the other side. Reconnecting with your inner fire. Maybe noticing as it dwindles down as we approach the end of our practice. But also remembering that it is always there. Bringing that left knee back into your chest. Bringing your right knee back in to meet it. Giving your body a big hug. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale, releasing down into Shavasana, our final rest. And if your eyes are not closed already, go ahead and allow your eyes to get heavy until they close. After all of the strength and effort that we just emitted, our task here in Shavasana now is to let go of all of it. Release the tension, release the effort, release the urge to control your thoughts, release the urge to control your breath or anything else. After exerting so much energy, Shavasana may be even more challenging. We are stepping into the extreme opposite end of effort. So as we lay here, palms facing upwards, ready to receive the fruits of our practice, allow yourself yourself to just be. Be right here, right now. When it is time, I will call you back with a few affirmations to complete our practice. As I recite these affirmations, I encourage you to repeat them out loud or in your mind. I have power over my life. I choose my own path. I am the captain of my ship. I realize my full potential. Keeping your eyes closed and rolling over into fetal position. Taking all the time you need to get here. And when you're ready, using your hands to push yourself up into an easy seat. Bringing the palms of your hands together and bowing your chins in gratitude. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. I hope you feel physically and mentally stronger than before, and that today you gain the confidence to persevere in any tough situation. Blessings. Have a beautiful rest of your day.